Now we will study a concept called as sublimation. A change of state of solid directly into gas without changing into the liquid state is called as sublimation. It could be the other way around also. And a gas changing into solid state without passing through the liquid state. We can understand this concept using an experiment which can be performed in the laboratory. We have to select either ammonium chloride or camphor and place it in a china dish. Place it on a tripod stand. Provide a Bunsen burner from down to get the material to heat. Cover the china dish with a glass funnel and plug in the end of the glass funnel with cotton plug so that the fumes do not escape. When heating goes on, we will find that fumes of the ammonium chloride come out of the material without passing through the liquid state. They evaporate as fumes, white color fumes are seen, and they start getting deposited on the inside of the funnel. Continue heating for some more time so that sufficient quantity of ammonium chloride sublimes. Stop heating and cool down the apparatus. We will observe that fine powder of ammonium chloride gets converted back to the solid state on cooling and gets settled down the walls of the glass funnel. This process is called as sublimation. This activity is going to be performed in the subsequent chapters as experiment. So we will be observing this after performing the activity. Presently, learn the concept of sublimation and the experimental setup required for performing this activity. Let us now look at the effect of pressure on solids or liquids or gases. Pressure has got very little effect on solids because the compression rate of solids is lesser. Liquids can be compressed to a certain extent. Maximum compressibility is possible with gases. Gases can be compressed under high pressure and got converted to solid form. High pressure changes and solidifies gaseous state into solid form. A very good example is that of carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide can be compressed into solid dry ice. Dry ice is conveniently used on the stages for visual effects of production of fumes because on sublimation they get directly converted into the gaseous stage. You could observe white colored fumes. Let us now ponder upon the factors affecting evaporation. You have studied in your lower classes evaporation as a phenomena of conversion of liquid into gaseous form. In this session, we shall slightly change the definition as evaporation is the phenomenon of changing of liquid into vapors at any temperature below its melting point. Now, if we have a bowl full of water, one placed inside the room and another placed outside the room. In both these containers, evaporation takes place. But the rate of evaporation in the bowl outside the room is going to be more than the rate of evaporation inside the room. There are so many factors which are going to affect this rate of evaporation. Rate of evaporation increases if the surface area is more. If the area of exposure is more number of particles jump out of the container and escape into the atmosphere. Secondly, if the temperature is high, the kinetic of energy of particles is going to be more and they escape out of the container into the atmosphere. Decrease in humidity increases evaporation due to less amount of water in the atmosphere. Increase in wind speed increases evaporation as particles are carried away by wind. So these are the important factors which affect evaporation. How does evaporation cause cooling of a surface? During evaporation, the particles have to get converted and escape into the atmosphere. So they extract this heat energy for getting converted to the vapor form from the system, whichever system they are present on. So they cause the system to cool down because heat energy is removed from the system. A very good example of this is when you apply nail polish on your nails, you feel a coolness. This coolness is created because when acetone evaporates from the nail polish, it absorbs energy from your body and it causes cooling down of the surface on which it is applied. When water is kept in earthen pot, there are many minute pores on the earthen pot through which the water comes out and escapes into the atmosphere. And for this conversion from liquid to vapor form, it takes energy from the pot surface and hence causing chillness of the pot, causing chillness of water inside the pot. So the energy that is needed for this conversion is absorbed from the system and hence causes cooling of the system. So this lesson is coming to an end by this concepts. So hope you have understood all the concepts. Let us have a revision of what concepts you have studied in this particular lesson. We studied about what are the characteristics of particles of matter, the different states of matter, and boiling point and melting point, latent heat of fusion and vaporization, the concept of sublimation, evaporation and factors affecting evaporation. So, hope you have understood the first lesson in chemistry, matter in our surroundings, in a very appropriate manner. Thank you for listening to the session.